now I know that I'm safe in a place called home.
Ow, that hurt. That hurt. That spoiled a perfect landing, right? My God, that was good. I was panicking there for a second. I was spawned over the snow, and the benefit of that is I get myself some furry gloves, a furry hat, and a nice orange hoodie, right? Otherwise, now I wouldn't get it if I actually landed here. So when I saw that, I thought, I can do this. I can do this. Anytime, anywhere, any condition, I'm gonna kick ass, right? I'm gonna kick ass. And then I thought, oh crap, I'm in the snow. But listen, now I'm not. I pushed it. I dropped the parachute early, and I saw that farm in the distance, and here I am. Listen, this is gonna be the only goddamn little knife that I make. I hate these little stones. I'm sorry, guys, if you love them. If you love making 35 of them every 5 minutes, but no, you've got to make an axe. This is how the pros do it. Make a goddamn axe first. Just make one axe, chop a tree, and use the branches. You're going to make enough rope, you have enough sticks, whatever you need, right? So let's just craft one axe here, and we never have to see a stone knife again. And I might actually have to craft another stone axe after I've done all this crafting, but initially you need a kit out, and you need a kit out effectively, and really the first thing we're looking for are 2 nails. Never heard that before, hey? But I'm a veteran of over 5,500 hours on Scum, and I suppose my humble beginnings was in season 4. Oi! I love that. Wait, that's always looked dodgy to me. I don't know about you guys. That to me looks a little sus. It's sort of like Mr. Beanish. I mean, and I've seen people like attack me do that, and it's just hard to not laugh. They sort of crawl like sideways, walking like that, and you know you just got to shoot them. But listen, this particular thing is, I want to show you how to do it, right? I don't think anyone's really showed anyone how to play Scum properly, right? And now, you know, making this axe, you'll see that we kit out pretty quick. You know, we're going to kit out with we'll even make a stone spear, although I probably won't use it, but I'll just do the whole lot because for some of you new beginners, the spear is the best, right? You just, if you see a puppet, you sort of angle him, move him in, and then just keep stabbing him. Step back, stab him, step back, stab him, you'll kill him, right? Puppets are predominantly easy to kill, especially with bows and arrows. And as you can see, I took advanced melee. So my first objective is to try and get a metal sword, or find something. Even a cleaver's great. Cleaver's pretty much a small sword, really. It moves the same gradient, same sort of swiftness. You just got to get a little closer. But you know, if you sort of hit back off, hit back off, hit back off, and that's the problem with something. Right now we can grab these. This branch. Oh, it's stuck. God damn it. Move this branch onto the road. Move it onto the road so we can see all the sticks. Don't cut it in the trees. You know, try and, if you're close to a road or assembling. I mean, obviously in single player. I mean, obviously if you're playing PvP, you wouldn't be stupid enough to stand on the road. But for this exercise, try and make things as simple as possible for yourself. See every stick, so you don't have to go. Now I've cut this, I can pretty much make 80 feet of rope. Which is more than enough for everything, for the courier backpack, for a spear, for the bow, which is next on the agenda, I think. But you know, when you land, there's not generally any zombies around to spawn anyway, and I know that they've just tweaked it, and that goes to talk about the servers, right? This is my server settings. The zombies are an extra 100. And that should be interesting because they've just done some sort of little tweaky update. And I think they have screwed around with it. I saw a feudal stream and some weird things going on with the zombies. But you know, but yeah, listen. You know, I noticed feudal hasn't been playing a lot lately, and that's probably the reason why he's the game now doesn't suit his style with the horde system because he just has to keep running away or die. I think he died 4 times in one of his last episodes, and he just can't handle the fact you've got to slow down, kill them individually, move through the buildings like the police would do a raid, you know, very slow, meticulously through each room, listen, and some of the zombie presets now, right? And that's good because the only thing I did have a complaint about, was there was no zombies ever in the rooms anymore because they'd all hear you and run out, right? And then made the looting the room easy with no, oh my god, there's a zombie in the bedroom, you know. I feel like that sometimes myself. But you know what I'm saying? There was no zombies in any rooms anymore. So you just drive around in a car, they'd all come out, run them over, and walk in. I mean, if you'd have done it like that, it would have been fine. But he never found a car because he would never collect anything. I mean, the guy just, he's like ×3 loot. Oh, of course, I tell you. We're on 0.5 here, and I mean, we really are on 0.5. You know, Mr. A-Kid likes to think that his loot's like the leanest in the server, but, you know, I've walked into a garage and walked out with 1 bolt. Not like a shopping trove of, you know, 3 gas cans, you know, 25 nails, 2 boxes, blah, blah, blah. No. You will see soon on my server that I have to collect everything. You know, I doubt I will find a backpack in the first 24 hours of playing, you know. So I'll be fortunate. I mean, I'll find there's lots of stuff to find, but I don't know what I will find. I mean, it is, and that's the gift of Scum, right? You can find whatever and make it work. But I'm in no position to do any drops at the moment. Obviously, I just started, but I think, you know, when the loot is lean like this, the drops are the main thing, and bunkers. But obviously, in no condition to do a bunker either, or a police station for that matter at the moment. But I will have to craft a few arrows shortly, and get this show on the road. When I parachuted down, I saw a farm up ahead. And it runs to another farm. But I think first phase here is to try and maybe get into C3 town, the main town anyway. Can't remember the name of it. But there you might find some gear. You might find a backpack or two, and you know, even the Chinese shop has, you know, Wu-Tang spear wouldn't go astray, or something that's classed as a weapon other than a stick at the moment. Goddamn, trying to find rocks around here. I tell you, it's just like with this growth. Oh God, thank God. Yeah, and then I'll be able to make this stone spear. But listen, I doubt I'll be using it. I doubt I'll be using this. And my axe is looking pretty bad too. Yeah. That's the problem. Is like you do need to do another axe. But the good part is, you know, I would have done about 15 little stone knives, which is the common mistake. And even my axe, you know, I can go on. Oh, got a bit of. Damn. Okay. All right. I'll just scroll back and just. Gonna need. Oh man, no, that's a problem. Is we already need some food, and we already know we're down on water. But we have got a cornfield here, and wow, I just felt that rendering in then. But it's good. That means there's zombies about. How many, I'm not sure. Things have changed, and like I said, the server settings are lean. I'm you know, like as you can see, I can't find a corn. Although I just haven't said that I found two in a row. But I know for a fact I can usually go through this whole field and find only about 2. So having 2 is good. Must know I'm hungry. Thank God. But I suppose now the plan is to loot the town. But you know, the common mistake is don't cherry pick. Don't cherry pick. There's going to be a car or something in most towns, and especially in the single player mode, you can use any car to store stuff in. They've got a massive, like a chest, right? Well, maybe they're mobile, or maybe they're not. Most times they're not, but when I said at the start of the stream to find a nail or 2 is to make a chest. And then when you find a car, you can come back and pick every chest up, right? But there's no point in leaving stuff, especially if you're playing this game in true PvE style, like this man here, right? Because, I mean, and I'm not criticizing anybody, but, you know, I've noticed Ray Kit's loot, and it's not lean. I think he's got it on 1, although he says it's 0.5. You'll see 0.5 with me, because I tell you, you walk into a house and you end up with like 1 bolt and a rag. And that's it. That's the whole house. And that's quite you know, to go in there and try and loot and pilfer, especially when the zombies are up just a little bit in damage and a little bit in numbers. And I didn't want to go too much because I'm streaming, and I know my computer will possibly struggle if we go into C3 town, you know. I mean, I mean, for streaming, not for playing, but for streaming, it's not an ideal place to maybe get a few lag spikes or whatever. And at the moment, I'm not in any capacity to be able to go there anyway, because pickings are slim. But as I said, look at all these sticks I still had left over. I can still knock up a few more arrows anyway. But I'm only going to stick to 12, and you know, commonly most people will grab 24, but then they've got no carry space. And until we find that car or find these 2 nails to make a chest, and then you can either bury it. Listen, if it was a PvE server, you just bury it discreetly, you know, near a tree. And if you hold the 2 mouse buttons down and you go into sort of like view mode, you can see where you buried your items if you're close, with like a little shovel symbol, like I said, a little white symbol comes up. So, providing you remember roughly some sort of landmark where you buried it, and try and bury it under a tree, or under a tree is the best thing, because the tree will totally cover up the patch too, and no one will ever know unless they cut that particular tree down in the forest. So you're fairly safe. But now we're just going to crank a couple of arrows here. But I only really want 12, like I said, because the carry space, you know, you've really got to find that bag. And to be honest, my 2 or 3 things are a priority, right? Number one, well, for me anyway, the sword is a great attacking weapon. It's very quick. You can sort of circle around a zombie as you hit them. So, because they sort of hit in one direction, and if you sort of just press the D or the A as you're fighting, you can sort of sidestep them and hit them a couple of times. And with my strength, it's only usually a couple of times. So, obviously, a sword for me, of any capacity, katana or sword, is going to be my first priority, I think. And obviously the zombie backpack with the 2 skins. Other people want to make other silly backpacks, but don't bother, because that backpack is really probably the 3rd best backpack in the game. You've got the hiking backpack, carries the most. You've got an assault backpack, which is only 8 wide and doesn't fit the sword around the bottom. That's why I prefer a hiking backpack, because I can fit my sword in the bottom layer of the backpack and then reserve the 1 and 2 slot for guns, whereas most people have a melee and a gun, which is stupid. For just 5 slots at the bottom with a hiking backpack, you can carry your sword, put it on your 3rd slot, and it's just a matter of pressing keys anyway. But you've got 2 options, which is usually a AKM option and a compound bow option with a barrel mag of 75. In the slots 1 and 2 is my preferred option. But now we've got some gear. We're going to go in the deep end finally. Although could do with another corn or 2. But you know, I'm sure we'll find some stuff while we're looting. And it's time to maybe get messy. I'm sure there'll be a couple of locals hanging around the house, maybe in the house. And you know, the respawn rate's pretty crazy. Like, you can be here, like, go grab stuff, drop something off to a chest, come back, and the whole building's respawned. So there's plenty of zombies, and if you make noise, that's when there's a real problem. And the problem is, Feudal makes too much fucking noise. If he wants the truth, he runs everywhere, he's looting, and he just drops stuff on the floor. Never make a habit of dropping stuff on the floor. You're telegraphing, 1, in PvE that you're somewhere, you're here. Shut the doors when you go out in PvE. I've got no problems with you not shutting the doors in a solo campaign. In fact, I prefer to, because I know where I've been and where I haven't. And here comes a little lady now. One for you, lady. And this one. What you do, shoot them when they're close like that, then you don't have to go pick your arrows up. I'm a bit, as the Thai people say, kikiat. Kikiat is being friggin' lazy. But you know what you do is you shoot them, the big boys, a couple of times, and then the 3rd time just let them run to you and then just fire it straight in their face. Because you want the arrows to come to you. You've used them, no point to go running for them. You run for them, you're going to wake up more. So just, I'm going to chop her up, although what the hell am I seeing there? The car was a great find, by the way, in the tree, the first tree we found. It's got everything. It's got everything. But I'll have a look in a minute, because it's just too much information overload at the moment. It's just like zombies running and finding this truck. It's a blessing. I'm gobsmacked that it's got 4 goddamn wheels, and I'll tell you what, and a seat. And if it's got an engine, you're gonna think it's a setup. But you did watch me create my character, so you know that it can't be a plant. It was just booted straight in here. But I know this is not gonna have a goddamn engine, right? Yeah, I fucking knew it. I knew it. I knew it wouldn't. It's just it would have been an absolute dream start had I found one with an engine. But you know, hey, this. Oh god. Oh no. Hello. More of the locals. I told you there's you know, a couple more zombies on the. I think this is perfect because I tell you, if I make a noise now and a horde comes, they're going to be like 6 to 8 running down the road at me, and that's the mistake Hugo makes, is running around. Thank you. Saved me walking for my arrows. God, I'm a lazy bastard, right? Anyway, thank you. And that's the reason why I try and only just take 2. A bit of money there, money, honey. Alright. And listen, I'm going to chop this woman up. I'm stealing everything, her bones, her skin, because I want to make that backpack. I'm sick and tired of doing it. I mean, the only thing that's really holding me back now is thread, obviously. Now listen, thread. Wow, that is a very important subject. And you know, I see so many streamers go, I'm not taking the thread. Are you fucking crazy? Are you crazy? What the hell? Man, don't take the thread. Especially, I mean, maybe listen, if you're playing ×3 loot, maybe. I don't know, I wouldn't play on ×3 loot. It's just too feckin' easy. I mean, the second you've got ×3 loot, the game's over. You might as well just spawn in a gun in your hand and just it's over, you know. Part of Scum is trying to get the good weapons, earning them, you know. And here, I'm really gonna find a gun that's probably 100%, especially out in the wild. Maybe in a bunker, you know, you're gonna get 70, 80, 90%, maybe sometimes. You'll never find a pristine gun. But really, what you need to do essentially, quickly, is get a base as soon as you can. Get chests anyway. If you can't get a base, make some place you camp, somewhere easy to get to. But really, you need to have a vehicle straight away, and there's no reason why you can't, and there's no reason why I can't right now. All I got to find is another Ranger, and as long as it's got an engine, essentially. It doesn't have to have an alternator even, and the batteries are easy enough to find. In fact, you know, I'll probably find one along the way in another car. So batteries are not a real problem. You can even roll it down the road should you need to, right? If there is a battery but it's dead. So and I did take a little bit of driving, probably enough to be able to start the car without making it choke. But essentially now I've got a car that's a rolling chest, right? And that's fortunate. I wasn't expecting that. I was only hoping to try and tell you that utilize the cars in every town and city to store your gear. There's no excuse to not. Get as big a backpack as you can, haul everything, put it in, especially when the loots are low. I mean, I'm going to need to make a flag later, and there's not enough clothing for me to even wear. You can see that I found absolutely stuff all clothing. You know, in fact, I found stuff all really, but yeah, there's someone in there. I think he's up on the top. I think he's up on that second floor in that window, but I can't see him, but he's there. Anyway, that's not good. He's not, definitely not in here. It's definitely up there. I'm sure it's up. For a split second it sounded like above me, but I don't know. So that's 3 zombies in 2 houses, right? Oh boy. But it's okay, the bow can do it. So yeah, there's no shortage of zombies around here, and you know, the one thing I have noticed though, the little ones hit far less. They run fast and almost certainly hit you, but their damage is down So it was, I had a couple chase me the other day, a couple of skinny ones, and I was just playing with them for a bit, and I took one hit from each of them, and they either did 10-15% each, so it's not much. Still 30%, two of them hit you is not good on fast ones, especially if there's a big boy around, because they finish you off very quickly. But at the moment, you don't really want to go any place where there's exploders or mechs, right? I mean, just try and steer clear of those areas. You're mad if you try, right? Obviously, and I don't plan on dying. I don't want to die 4 times in an episode like Feudal. For me, it's counterproductive and doesn't show you what the game's about, because the idea is not to just lost all my gear that I've just you've watched me 2 hours slowly manicuring. No, grab the freaking lot of the stuff and store it, and then later your crafting options open, and I've got to go back again to low loot. No one does low loot. No one really plays low loot. They want 1 or 3. They want to show you that they can get a gun quick. No. Do it hard. Do it tough, and you'll be rewarded, right? Because Scum is a great survival game. Listen, if you want PUBG or DayZ, go do it. But this game definitely is not made for. God damn, he's there somewhere. He's up there, I'm sure. He's up in that building. I can't see him in the window. But my point is, if you want sort of like a pure PvP, this is not the game, and it's there's so much choice that you could have someone in that house with a shotgun and me have an AKM, and if I was inside the house, maybe the shotgun has a 50-50 chance, but if I've got an AKM and some sort of scope, you're not. But in DayZ, you can go unconscious and then quickly go hit someone with a melee. It's sort of, it's more catered for PvP, I think. And this is just, you get shot once with a carbon arrow in the head, you're screwed, and you're down and you're gone, and you've had to respawn and you parachute down, and there's no real way of coming back and having some sort of fisticuff or rebuttal, generally it's, oh dear, I've just lost my gear. So what's the what's the moral story of that to take away is don't lose your gear. Don't lose your gear at all. Try to keep it all, reserve the best gear for the best missions, and think about it tactically like you would if you had to survive in the real time. And then, oh thank God, some food finally. Man, I could do with some cherries, please. Cherry God, give me some cherries. I want some cherries. But yeah, man, wow. This is like the most loot I've seen, and it's coming from the trees. Yes, please, cross my... yeah. I love me my cherries. There's a couple of scrappies there. I'm going to have to take care of this puppet. I don't know where he is. But, I'm just going to dump off. It's good to store a bit of food. I'm a little bit down, but it's okay. Right, bingo. And yeah, always go, and then a good way to do it is, if you're a bastard at leaving the doors open, go through the windows. Just go through the windows and make a habit of that, and then you don't open any doors, you don't make any noise either, and that's mainly for PvP more so than for now, but they're all good tips to try and get into it. Yeah, he's up there, somewhere. Won't come out though. So yeah, that's the thing, is they follow you. Maybe he doesn't know where I am, but that is funny though, right? I mean, normally they'd just jump out the goddamn window at me, and that's what I was sort of hoping he was doing. he must be a bit of a house body, you know. Must like his house. No, doesn't want to come out. And that's cool. I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that myself. And yeah, I've obviously been in there and looted, but you know, I just want to check because I just want to make sure that I am up to this house. This is I did. Listen, how's that? Right? That's the most loot I've got in anything in one box. Wow. Got myself some high tops and some driving gloves here. Yeah, he's there. He's woken up. Once I grab that, he's what? He just won't come out though. He's staying in there. That's what I'd do normally. I'd be staying in there, and then he'll be outside. It's funny to see some of the older shorts of Scum too, where you go there and they're just standing inside the house. It's like, that don't happen anymore, buddy. If you just stand in the house and just like shoot all these zombies from the window, you're going to be freaking dead. I'll take that, but listen, never. This is criminal. Never use this as a weapon. It is a horrid beast of a thing. The only thing you can use this for is gardening. That's what it's going to be used for. Never use that for anything else, because I can tell you, it sucks as a weapon. I think hitting someone with a rubber dildo would do more damage than that thing. So yeah, please never do it. You know what a good weapon is a bushman. For a knife, it's awesome. Unless they've just there he is. There he is. Stuck on the stairs. Hello. Oh yeah, he's crazy. Alright. No, he's stuck on them stairs. I'm gonna have to go up there and brutalise him. Take that. Have some custard. Yes, it doesn't take much with the strength of 5. See you later, my little friend. I'm gonna turn you into something. Yeah, but you know, like I said, the loot. I mean, look at what I got. I've got out of this house so far. I've got a kitchen knife. That's it. And I've done the bottom. Oh, I'm gonna get a lighter. No point for the lock. I'm not going to worry about a lock. I don't need to lock anything. Especially one that's half dead. Always check these areas, by the way. Used to spawn backpacks. I'm going to get no such luck on 0.5 loot. In fact, you know, it's almost no real point to loot too much at all. And this is going to be wishful thinking. Thank you very much for proving me correct. Yeah. And that, you used to loot, that used to be able to loot that, and they've made it, you can't now, I don't know why. And those two things used to be lootable things, and maybe the one, not the one with the drawer open. I think there was one that, I think the one was shut still probably does. And I have noticed that there is 2 fridges in a lot of houses, and I think they'll fix that. Although there is only one, but it appears twice, so maybe they've like double clicked and like spawned a fridge over a fridge. I'm not really sure what's actually devs done. Couldn't tell. But listen, if the devs want to make me a trident, that'd be cool. But please, make it quick. Make it like lightning quick, like the sword, and then I'll use it. Otherwise, wow, where did she come from? Number 4. This is 2 houses, and this is a 4 zombie. God damn it. And she can't attack me. While I keep pushing, she's like, because she's like, thinks I'm there, and then I move. This car can move pretty good, but maybe I can like whack her with this. Like, she's like, oh yeah, keep whacking her. I can hear her. Then she's gonna die. She's gonna die by my hand, by the car. This is gonna be the first woman I run over and I haven't got an engine. Oh boy, I'm stopping. She's gonna hit. She's dead. Oh, hello, lady. Wow, you scared the living shit out of me for a second, but then that actually ended up being about the funniest kill I've ever seen. All right, Do you know? I think now, I don't want to tell the story, but me and a friend, I think his name was Joker. We had a server together, and we used to do like little mission sorties, and we would pay. I think a weapon cleaning kit for 50 zombie eyes, or 40 or 30 or some numeration, right? And then you'd come into our traders, like black market trader. And now all them time later, the zombies, the zombie eyes are actually, I think, worth something now. So, 3.5 versions later, they've snaffled my idea, because it was a pretty useless item actually. The chip, the red chip that falls out of the zombie. There was no real point to it. So we gave it some sort of some nexus, some point. These buildings here are particularly good for base building, and we need to really go through them. I know feudal, and I'm going to keep ratting on feudal because, like, I can see clearly that his last 3 or 4 episodes have been atrocious. He can't handle the puppets at all. I mean, if he hasn't got a gun in his... I mean, a gun's great, and a gun in my hand... Oh boy, okay, here's number 5. Oh, Fatty's coming. Just shoot. Hello. Come here, my little friend. Boom, 1. I don't want to shoot her too... God damn it, I'm going to have to walk for these ones. But yeah, there's enough zombies in, like, this little town that's got, like, 5 houses, already got 5 zombies. So yeah, I think the devs have done a good job. Ray Kit's going like, gotta sort the zombies out, man, gotta sort the zombies out. But he screwed around with his server settings too much, if he wants my honest opinion. And that's the reason why you get zombies start spawning on the top of houses and stuff like that. If you screw around, if you don't really know what you're doing with your zombie settings. So, and that is a goddamn bonus. There you go. Goodbye, sword. I don't... whatever. That's it. That's my new weapon. Thank you. And it's in a bit of a shit state, so if I can maybe find a toolbox, because up ahead I can see a building that's got a working lathe in it. If I can just make a toolbox, I can at least fix this. I will drop the spear back though. I won't be so because as I said, everything comes, even something that's shit now. And that thing's great. I mean, I found like the only thing I've seemed to have found at the moment is like 50% kitchen knives, and I'll take it at the moment because it's good for cutting stuff up. But I'm really wanting some thread now. I really want to try and make that a quiver and backpack, because I can. Once I've got, that's the only thing that's really holding us back now. And bear in mind, you can do this with fishing wire. And also, bear in mind, you can do it with different grades of fishing wire, and they are cumulative. What I mean by that is you can get some medium nylon line and some light nylon line. You need to have 9 units of line to create the sewing kit. 9. But if you got 6 on one and 3 on another, you can actually make a sewing kit with 2 different grades of fishing line. You can make that sewing kit. So obviously the sewing. So it's better to find fishing line if you can, and more common. But I'll take everything, especially the metal, because that metal I'm going to need for my sword. But, you're going to need a toolbox first, and we haven't found one of them yet. Is there anyone in there? It's normal. That's what I'm saying, is there's normally a zombie in there, and, like, there's more zombies around, but it's like they've totally changed it up, so I don't know what to expect anymore. Normally there'd be a zombie in that house, in that, like, factory, commercial warehouse space thing. There's normally one time there's 2. There's one in the box and one on the other side of the steel cabinets or steel shelves, but none in this one, which is good. I'm not going to say that because I've already killed 6, and there's 6 is more than I planned on this little, like, there's like really just 2 houses over there and 2 houses here. So it just goes to show, if you stand around still long enough, they'll spawn in. But you know, once you've got a car, you don't have to deal with the zombies on the road anyway. You know, and that's the reason for not really putting them in. It's better to, if you're gonna utilize an extra 100 zombies, you probably want them, you know, around points of interest, or even in the, the inside the houses and around, you know, the unexpected places. You wanna be surprised, you know. And so far, I've actually been surprised, especially by the one chasing me with the car. I don't know where she came from. She must have been in the corn. I didn't even look that way. I heard her, but I'd already committed to pushing the car. And I don't know what I'm going to do with that car, but you know, the truck is a pretty common spawn now. So providing I can find anything with an engine, I should be fine. You know, even if it's got nothing else, I can rip everything off. This car is near perfect. It's got a seat. It's got 4 wheels, which is unheard of. You know, so I just can push him around like a mobile chest until I find a car. But I don't know. You do lose a lot of stamina, and if I had to face a zombie when I was almost, I could die. And of course, dying is of paramount concern for me, because I don't want to look like a gimp and die 4 times on stream, and the fans think that that's okay, because it's not okay, right? We're here to have an adventure. We're here to loot, to try and turn our meager, terrible existence into a life of luxury, and you know, the certain priorities are a base, a place to store your loot, because the more you can accumulate loot, the more things you can do. You know, you can make that flamethrower, you can build that battery charger, providing you take stuff. And you know, Mr. Feudal, I know feathers stack, but guess what? So do nails and bolts. You could just allot 2 spaces in your red Canadian underpants, and or sorry, American underpants, whatever, and put the bolts in there. And, boy, I'm glad I found the strip. That changed everything. Now I've got some fishing line, and I don't know if I pick that other stuff up, but that there was a zombie before that dropped some, you know. If that this is a game changer. If I can make a thread. I've got the needle. I don't know. Nope. Like I said, I need any fishing line now, but that's good. It opens up. It opens up the, and I don't need much. So I think the next time I find some fishing line, and or thread, obviously, but fishing line does seem to be more common in cars. So I think I'm going to find fishing thread first. But once I do that, I can make that backpack, because I've got the 2 skins. I've got everything ready to go, essentially. You need, and I've got like 2 bad jackets there to cut up, because you're going to need 5 bits of cloth. That's really the essential thing. You need a cotton thread, 5 bits of cloth, and 2 skin of anything, animal or zombie. And I can make that 3rd backpack there, the good one. I'd like to make 2, like I said, because one fits inside another. And then, of course, if you are away from the car, or you don't want to keep running back and forward, and you've cleared zombies or whatever, you can then use the bag in your hand to collect more gear before you go back to the car to distribute it back to the car. But as you can see, that whole town is just a lot of crap, really. I mean, I think the highlight was probably the chopper, the knife, can't think of what I want to say at the moment. The butcher's cleaver. So yeah, But my point, I'm thinking I'm just going to push it down to this T-junction, maybe stop it, and then sort of get ready for the trip into town, because I don't think I can, and I really didn't want to go into C3, because I don't want to have like a bit of a spiky lag affair. I want the game to sort of be free flowing and make sense, and you know, it's a point of interest that I really shouldn't be going into when I'm so ill-equipped, because if I do call a horde, oh boy, you know. And if you've noticed, I've only got 2.5 on Constitution, and I put it all on running medium. I'm not even advanced in running, so but I tell you what, I'm doing a fair good kick here. It's like 20 kilometers an hour. It's like it's almost the same as sort of driving. Not bad. So carrying my chest around. But listen, normally if you found nothing there, but you could find 2 nails, you would oh man, oh, sorry about that. My phone just rung. My God, what PowerPoint is that? I hate it. Had to get that phone call, sorry. It ruined a perfect stream, just like that tree when I fell down, right? Wanted to land on the road. But I'm going to rest up here with my head melded into the car, and I think we're just going to push it just a little bit closer to the next little village there, and then we're going to call it, I think. So just eat a little bit, get that power up for pushing this car. But I think what I'll do is I'll go down the road there, and I was going to stop it at the T-junction, but then I'll just have to run back. So if I just push the car to the next looting destination, and then we'll pull the pin this episode, which is a shame, I know. But if I can find another car, we'll be on the road in no time. It's not like we're going to be 8 episodes on more 9 before we even bother finding a car. Because for me, that's first priority. It always has to be. Because once you've found that car, you can go to the destinations to pick up what you want. You can go to the scrapyard and get a lot of metal. You can go to the trader every time you need to do a loot run, or you're just chucking as much as you can fit in a backpack and praying and just, you know, grabbing 2 or 3 grand at a time. But what I'll do is I'll go down this dirt track road and park the car up ready to loot these next couple of farmhouses. This town is actually bigger than the one we went to before, so I'm hoping that I will at least be kitted out here. Might even find a battery, might even find another car to swap it over. But you know, the real problem will be a carjack. I know that. I know. I'm nowhere near, unless I just jag one, and I don't think I will. That is going to be the contentious issue. I might have to run 1,000,000 miles just to find a carjack to get these 4 goddamn wheels off this car. Because it is a perfect car. It's got everything. It's even got a passenger door, you know, for security. It's got everything. It's got the hood, everything. 4 wheels, beautiful, and the body's in reasonable condition. But oh, okay. Well, it looks like you called it for me, buddy. I'm going to call it now. Shut this lid and get everything okay. Well, thanks very much for watching this first episode. Please like and subscribe, because you won't want to miss this content once coming up. And hopefully before I know it, I'll have a house, and this car will actually be going without me having to push it. So anyway, thanks very much for watching. Love you, bye. I stole that one.